right, check. Check. All right. What's up, unit? File in while I get my audio going. Few swigs of coffee. Raw 7/28/25. They took the man's shoes. They took his shoes. They took this man's shoes. You guys know they can't do that, man. You cannot take a man's shoes. That is the ultimate disrespect. But they took Roman's shoes. Anybody in the live chat, do you know what that means when you take a man's shoes? The ultimate smack in the face. I don't think a lot of you guys know what that means. From the projects to the prisons, and it should be the same way. In the penthouse in Malibu. Should be the same way up in Malibu, man. When you take a man's shoes, that is the ultimate disrespect. And now, Bronson Reed's got to be dealt with. Too much, man. Yeah, who was that? Dave Mealy, man. When I get to that super chat, that was good, bro. That was really good. What's up, DeMonte? I'm just getting some audio configuration, guys. We'll get into the review in a minute. Replay unit, salute. Smash that up if you don't mind. Check. BC in the unit, coming at you. BC in the unit, coming at you. Check 1 2 1 2. Betty Banks, what's going on? Acid Take. Cavo Doom, how you doing? Franklin, is it hot in Florida, man? Because I tell you, in the tri-state, bro, it is fucking, it feels like 220. Ray Hunt, top of the morning. James, shrimp fajitas. I hope you're rocking, bro. Alicia. Hey, I got something special for you guys later, man, on the channel. Let me know if the audio goes out, guys. I'm trying some new configurations. It is what it is. The feed is a little off, but should be all right. I got to put my playback in if you don't mind. Yeah, the whole country, it's pretty fucking hot. What'd you guys think of Lyra Valkyria last night? What about Lyra last night, no? No, you guys aren't loving Lyra? Lyra gave you her all, man. I'm just kidding. What about Jason Uso in that promo? No? All right, I got something special for you guys later. You ready for this? I have the first episode review of WWE Unreal. I was able to catch the first screening when it popped off overnight. Did my due diligence, did all my notes on it. You guys are not going to believe what Helmsley admitted. Once again, this son of a bitch showed his shady side. Do you guys remember what CM Punk said last week? It was a huge report. Meetings with the WWE and then he got ghosted. Wait till you hear when we go over Unreal. It's going to be later on the channel. Oh yeah, BC did his notes on that, man. And I got an interesting note on Rhea Ripley from that show, man. Now I understand the character better. I tell you that much. All right, let's get into this, man. What's up, guys? Yes, hold on. You know what? First and foremost, let me give a shout out to Sam Byers, man. A salute. Guys, before we even went live, Sam Byers just popped off a $5 coffee super chat. So if Sam Byers is popping off the coffee, BC is going to be drinking it. Salute. I appreciate it, man. Never needed, always appreciate it. Sam Byers is also a VIP Coffee Club member. So when I say VIP, Sam Byers somehow is always... Sam Byers, what were you on the like, by the way? 7th. Okay, I see it. Sam Byers was the 7th like. Uh-oh, Sam. That means 6 people beat you to the live stream. Appreciate it, Sam. Also, Dave, that's the... Yeah, I'm going to go over this super chat right now. it's actually popped BZ while I was sitting down with the coffee. WrestleVotes. 5-spot coffee from Dave Melee. WrestleVotes has just announced that the Roman and Jay versus Braun and Braun match will now be a ladder match. First team to retrieve Roman's shoes wins. I just pictured it, man. Listen, the way Bronson was digging those shoes, I'm sure Bronson hit that big ol' ass will be right up that ladder faster than anybody. I think Bronson wants Roman shoes more than Roman wants them. Now, I know that's the ultimate disrespect, so I totally get where they were going with that. I totally get it. But the way Bronson was acting, it looked like he had a weird foot fetish, and Roman Reigns was the was in the way of that fetish. He had to get those Jordans. I mean, he's kissing them. It was just weird because Braun Breaker is focused on whooping that ass. Braun Breaker is whooping that ass, and Bronson Reed is just concerned with taking his shoes. So again, I understand why. That's the ultimate disrespect on the streets. Just so you guys know, man, you do not take a man's shoes. I cannot tell. There's that line of respect is drawn at that toe line. You don't cross it. You certainly do not take shoes off a man's feet. I can't express enough what that means. At least where BC grew up, which was the projects. I was a bad kid for all intents and purposes, so I did a little bit of time, unfortunately. And no matter where I went in life, man, you don't fuck with a man's shoes. No, he was kissing them, licking them. I mean, Bronson Reed was having the time of his life. You could add up all 18 Christmases growing up for Bronson, and they wouldn't add up to what he just got last night. He probably went to bed with those fucking shoes, bro. But, Dave, that was funny, man. That was absolutely funny. Like Paul Heyman on a pole match, right? That triple threat at WrestleMania should have been for something. Put Paul up in there, man. Put the sneakers up, because other than that, I don't know what this tag match is for. Jason Uso and Roman Reigns versus the Braun and Brawns. Who the fuck cares? Guys, anybody in the chat, can you honestly say that excites you? Even if maybe you're a little bit looking forward to, hey, it should be a good match. Is that SummerSlam worthy? I mean, wouldn't that just be a Raw main event? SmackDown? Maybe a house show? Jason Yeaterman, and this is what Roman was gone for 4 months for. This is what he came back for. Roman came back for this? I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. I'm absolutely not seeing it. A lot of you guys in the chat, man. I'm seeing Hard Nose, Robert, James, Malachi, Nick Sola, Prom Killer, Tony Partita, Normal Guy, Malachi. We're wasting a top guy on a senseless tag match any dangerously. Yep. Shows how bad Hunter's creative is. Jared9. What's up, Jared9? That's from Jared9. Jared9's up in here. Diamante, hell nah. To the nah. No. Guys, let's be honest. It's something that would come to your town at a house show, right? catch Jey Uso and Roman. And Roman's the big draw. He's coming to your hometown for a house show. Roman and Jey versus the Bronze. But I get it, man. I don't get it, actually. This is a top guy. And I understand they're trying to keep him away from the title picture. Right? They don't want him to turn into the Roman that was shoved down everyone's... I get that. But shit, this isn't the way to do it. He's in nothing relevant. Look what he did at WrestleMania. He was in this weird triple threat for no reason because CM Punk threw him out of the Royal Rumble. That's what you're supposed to do at the Royal Rumble. Where are my manners, by the way? Put them up, everybody. BC's got to make sure you're fully amplified, man. What the fuck am I doing? I'm popping off on shoes. I'm popping off on Roman Reigns having absolutely jack squat. And Lyra Valkyria's promo being a little off. And talking about Unreal. I forgot to fucking get amplified for you guys, man. Top of the fucking morning. Afternoon, wherever you guys are in the world. We're about to get amplified on this Raw review. So I want to make sure I got all my... I got Dave. I got Sam Byers. 31 months, Diamante Ty Drew, VIP Coffee Club channel membership. 31 months of support. Diamante, I got to give that a salute, bro. Thank you, man. 31 months later, I'm still getting amplified on this Tuesday morning. Gold team, go! Salute. One of my faves, man. Diamante Ty Drew. Diamante, they took this man's shoes, bro. They took his shoes. I still can't fathom that. Deshaun Sanders, 26 months, channel of membership, VIP Coffee Club. Taking Roman's shoes was diabolical and funny at the same time. That's what we were just saying, man. It's the ultimate disrespect you can do to another man. But simultaneously, to see Bronson Reed just concerned with the shoes while Breaker's trying to do all the dirty work and take them out, that was funny. And then Bronson's making love to the shoes. It was a little weird. Deshaun, 26 months strong and 31 months channel membership VIP Coffee Club. JR9 Gaming. What up, PC? Punk absolutely has to win versus Gunther. The world title needs Punk to add some credibility after the mess with Jay this year. Absolutely. And JR9, I was thinking something while they were in the ring together last night. How sad is it? This should have been at Mania, man. This was the Mania match. CM Punk always wanted a WrestleMania main event. That's the storyline. And, of course, the world title is the cherry on top. Gunther was champion this whole time. Should have been. He beat Jey Uso before the Rumble at Saturday night's main event, so Jey Uso was already move on to something else. Instead, they win. Jey Uso wins the Rumble, and CM Punk can do some weird triple threat. See, you still got your main event, Punk. That wasn't a main event. What was that? I still don't know what that was. 3 dudes wrestling for the sake of wrestling. Nothing on the line, no purpose. Fighting over the Oral-B? Not understanding. Never will. And now, what do we have? We have CM Punk winning this as at the second biggest event, SummerSlam. But hey, you still have to rectify it. So, JR9, let me give you a proper salute, man. Yep. It's Punk or bust. I think we know that. And Cody and John Cena need to be in the street to start this street fight or bust. Or wind up in the fucking street. I don't care which one, but that's got to be a street. So yeah, there's a lot. SummerSlam has potential, actually, even though the card is kind of weird with a lot of rematches, a lot of gimmick heavy because they know they don't have enough. So if you notice, a lot of these matches have gimmicks, but I'm okay with that. It has potential. Now they have to deliver. Michael Anthony, 3-spot coffee. I appreciate it, Michael. Good to have you up in here, man. Hey, BC, I'm at work, and it's 1:10 a.m. Peace. 1:10 in the morning, amplified. That's the way to do 1:10 a.m., bro. The fuck else you gonna do? Netflix it? Fuck that. Pop on some BC Live, man. We're probably gonna go straight to 2 a.m. Michael, salute, man. You don't need sleep when BC's getting you amplified, brother, and we rocking. Dave Melee with another 5-spot. What does that mean? You're the king of the live stream, Dave? What is that crown? Careful. I hope you're not from the United States, Dave. Here, people get flipped out if you call yourself a king. We have no kings. They had a whole fucking no kings. Who the fuck is it? Relax. Nobody's going. Jerry Lawler had to hide in his fucking basement. King Cody, he just won his crown this year. King Cody had to fucking hide in the attic. Dave says Bronson probably did the Australian shoey with Roman's shoes. Do you guys remember Rhea Ripley and Grayson Waller did that on stage? It was before a big pay-per-view. And they were on stage and they put beer in the shoe and I never heard of that. So when I saw it, I was absolutely mortified because I have a lot of OCD with bacteria. So I was like, whoa, the germs. And they were drinking from their shoe. I can't tell you how gross that is. But apparently that's a thing in Australia. Dave, that's probably what Bronson's going to do, man. That's probably why he needed the shoes. Dave's bringing it, man. Ray Hunt, 30 months channel membership. VIP Coffee Club, by the way. Ray Hunt. I fell asleep during the Jey Uso promo. When I woke up, I see Bronson making out with a pair of shoes. Roman shoes. Laughed my ass off. Well, that's funny because Ray Hunt, the Jey Uso promo was the very first thing of the night, and that already put you to sleep. That tells you all about Raw. Ray Hunt just summed it up in a nutshell, bro. And Devil Ash, 31 months of channel membership. VIP Coffee Club. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Not really looking forward to SummerSlam, but we'll give it a chance. It's got potential. It's got a lot of rematches, but they made it gimmick heavy, so maybe they'll give a shit about it. But certain things have to happen. Like JR9 said, it's got to be Punk or bust. Cody said this is not going to be your regular street fight, don't worry. So we got to have an actual you're in New York, New Jersey, MetLife. There's so much you can do. Pat trains, subways, the parking lots look like streets. Rock out. There's just a lot that has to be done. And I'll go over a whole preview of SummerSlam later in the week of what I feel needs to happen. That'll be coming out maybe Thursday or Friday. So Ray Hunt and Devil Ash, let me give you some salutes, bro. Thank you guys for the membership, subscription, and support always. Ray Hunt and Devil Ash. Yeah, that is net. Yeah, you guys are talking about the beer in the shoe. Yeah, that's true shit, man. Dave says, I am a king. Dave, they give you a crown. What does that fucking thing mean? Does anybody know what that crown means? James Shrimp Fajitas, the crowns are a YouTube thing. It's weird. Well, fuck, Dave, be the king, man. Shit, I think it's cool. Dave is the king of the chat. How do you get that, man? I want to be the king of the fucking... Well, I'm not in the chat. I'm the type of person, when somebody tells me I can't do something, I go and do it. So when I hear, no kings, I'm like, well, now I'm fucking King BC. How do you like that shit? Now I am a fucking king. On No King's Day, I'm going to walk out with a fucking crown, scepter, and a robe, motherfucker. What you gonna do? Shit. I'm fucking amplified. Take your fucking head off. You respect King BC. Anyway. King Dave, salute. JR9 Gaming, 5-spot coffee. JR9 says, for me, they need to get Liv on TV, even if it's in a sling. Similar to Punk when he injured Drew. Judgment Day stuff just isn't landing without her right now. I cannot agree more. And JR9, don't forget, you brought up something more recent. I'll go a little bit back like I like to do with the Attitude Era, and that's where Stone Cold Steve Austin became Stone Cold. It wasn't just the Jake Roberts thing in the 316. It was when he got injured from Owen Hart. At that point, he was just in the mid-card. He won the IC title in that match, and he got his neck injured. And from that point on, they made a wild decision. Vince Russo and Vince McMahon just said, what if we just have him come out and do wild shit every week? And guys, from that point on, the ratings started to switch over. Everything started to kind of flow. And Stone Cold was just going out and filling up Vince McMahon's Corvette with cement. He was riding a monster truck over Vince's limo. He was bringing a beer truck into the fucking arena and spraying everybody, all the authority with beer. He's just doing wild shit. You never even knew he was injured because he was on the show all the time, raising absolute hell. So, anyway, that was my long-winded answer, JR9, of I absolutely agree. King, any Dangerously, I used to love King Macho Man, King Savage, and that's when he was with Sensational Sherry, and even though I love Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth, There's nobody that can remember Macho Man, King Macho Man, and Sensational Sherry and not say that wasn't gold. That was so much fun. Remember, he used to come out. He used to be carried out by the henchmen, and they would have him up on the what do you call those things where the king sits on the thrones? But it's like the carry throne. King Macho and Queen Sherry, yes. Mr. Big 200, 30 months, which makes Mr. Big 200 a VIP Coffee Club channel member. I appreciate that. Mr. Big 200 says, shout out to my city of Detroit for not booing during the Hulk Hogan 10-bell salute. Nope, respectful. It was really, I think everybody just came together and said, you know what? Bygones be bygones. Dude apologize. Now, whether that apology is good enough, eye of the beholder. Whether you feel he showed enough remorse, that's up to the remorse police. Don't know. But I know that he apologized and he never made that mistake ever again. Nobody ever came forward and said, no, he said this again. No. So, and then he passed away, unfortunately. This is where we're at. We can celebrate the career of Hulk Hogan, or you can stay in the back. It's your prerogative. But everybody, the community for the most part, came together and just said, you know what, for what Hulk did, salute. How they feel about Terry Bollea, that's another story maybe, you know what I mean? Or is. I didn't see the New Day out there, man. I mentioned this last night. Do you guys know if the New Day was out there? Because they left a pretty interesting statement when Vince had Hulk Hogan come to the show. It was before pay-per-view many years ago, and apologized to the whole locker room. Hulk Hogan had the option to turn that down and go, no, I already apologized. They can take it or leave it. But Hulk said, no, all right, I'll absolutely go. And I don't think Vince was putting him back into the Hall of Fame unless he did that. So he went. And the New Day had an interesting take on it. They were like, we absolutely have no problem with him going back into the Hall of Fame. Zero problem. What he did in this industry, all of that, pretty much respect. But at this point, we don't know if there's enough of that substance to the apology. We don't, until we see remorse. This is basically what they said, like paraphrasing. Maybe if we see more remorse, we'll change course accordingly. So it's like, I respect what Hulk did here. I need to see a little bit more over here. I thought it was an honorable take. You know? Give it some time, but they weren't bashing Hulk. They weren't pissed off. They honored his work. So it was interesting to see all these years later. Now that the guy, he never there was never another issue with him, anything to do with race or any sex tapes, anything. Nothing. And then he passes away. So is New Day just going to go out there for a couple minutes and honor the guy's career? That was going to be interesting. But I didn't see them out there. JR9 is saying New Day was not out there, but they were in the segment a couple segments later, so they were there and just chose not to go on stage. It's their prerogative. I thought Kofi and Xavier, I thought would have been a little bit bigger than that, just, you know what I mean, because of what they said in their statement and how they feel about Hulk's career. And Hulk never made another issue or mistake after that. For that, anyway. But I guess they just never truly felt like he apologized enough or as sincere or... I don't know, man. That's one of those things that... I just hope that they find their own peace. You know what I mean? I always forgive, but the second time, you cannot make the same mistake twice. You know what I mean? If that is something that you truly are apologetic for, and you truly learned your lesson, and you're going to be better, then you will not make the same mistake twice. And if you do, you're starting to show true colors at that point. But everyone's different, man. Naomi was out there. Red and Naomi was out. I think Bianca was out there Friday and what was it? Last night, right? Montez was Friday. I forget. Montez was out there. No. Black superstars showing massive support. I think every Black superstar showed that respect to Hogan's career, I believe. I was just looking for the New Day because they made that statement. So it was interesting to see is if did they come full circle and just go, all right, the dude passed away. He's no longer with us. You know, we can give him a salute, but I guess they never made that peace within themselves or how Hogan. I don't know, man. That was a deep scar for a New Day. But everybody else was popping off and celebrating Hulk. Yeah, so no New Day. Interesting, man. Well, to each their own, like I said, man. Everyone takes things differently. We're becoming a very just a cancel-y culture. It sucks. Back in my day, you took face value. Whether you believed in there's enough remorse, whether you believe that the apology is so sincere or not, you take it and you go, all right, but there won't be a second. You know, that's how I grew up. Nowadays, man, you do something, cancel. Everyone's so quick to move on. Politically, you have family members literally like canceling their own family members for political issues. No, you showed me your true colors. I'm out of here. Whoa. You know, my first cousin. You're my sister. You're my dad. You know what I mean? Like everyone's like, wait, but everyone's just fucking. Everyone is it's a cancel culture society. Everyone's so quick to just move on, man. So that'll be interesting to see how that world works in 20, 30 years. But yeah, anyway. Yes, Detroit. Who was that again? Mr. Big 200. Shout out to my city of Detroit for not booing during the Hulk Hogan 10 bell salute. Bro, it's Hulk fucking Hogan. At this point, we stood up, we fucking celebrated the man. Because at the end of the day, no matter who the fuck forgives him or not, he's Hulk fucking Hogan, and he gonna be celebrated. SmackDown showed you that. Raw showed you that. WWE showed you that. Every other promotion showed you that. Even AEW had to cave and have Tony Schiavone dish out this statement. Detroit showed up. Chicago, everybody's showing up. It's Hulk Hogan. Did you really think we were going to let this one be canceled? Nah, bro, that's not what we do. This is the reason we're all fucking here. Hulkamania. Everybody was respectful. And that, just a fact of life. Fucking love Hulk Hogan, man. My childhood in a nutshell. And I appreciate the fact that when a man makes a mistake, he apologizes. I love that about Hulk Hogan. Very good. So let's kick off with that, man. I think we just talked about it. Hogan's 10 bell salute. All right. Thank you, Mr. Big 200. We just went through the first segment because that's how we started Raw. Bischoff and Nick Hogan were right there alongside Hunter Hearst Helmsley. So it was really cool to see Nick Hogan there, man. I think he needed that to clear his dome piece. Eric Bischoff was there. He couldn't make Friday, but he was there on Monday. Pretty cool. So Bischoff, Hogan, front row. Who else was front row? CM Punk was front row, celebrating. So that was pretty cool. Because CM Punk has had a little bit of history with Hogan, but you know, the dude passed away, man. You get out there and you show some respect and you let the big man upstairs do the judging. So it was pretty cool to see CM Punk out there. Who else was front row? Yeah, I don't know who was T85, icon and a half, bro. No doubt. Nobody will ever be like that. Yep, icon and a half, man. Yep, no question. Yeah, I don't know. Rick. Oh, was Rick there? I was like, whoa, Ric Flair was there? No, I think he's got contracts that kind of keep him away from that. It was really cool. And then we went to a video package of Hulk Hogan, different than the SmackDown one. So this one was different than the SmackDown one. Very good. Just really cool how they really laid into this, man. That's exactly what he has earned in his career. So can't say anything more about the Hogan 10 bell salute and another. If people don't like it, don't know what to tell you. Shut the TV for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Because the wrestling community is absolutely celebrating Hulkamania. That's just the way it is. Paul Heyman and Jason Uso then had a promo up next. I'm not sure what this was about. It was about nothing. It was absolutely zero substance. It was one of Jey Uso's better promos, and that's not a good thing because the guy was winded, but he was not flubbing his lines at least. But the whole promo was just about Paul Heyman trying to tell Jey Uso that people lie. People lie. Your dad Rikishi lied. Your ma lied. Roman Reigns could be lying. That he's your friend, cousin. I don't know what he was saying. So Jey Uso was just like, what do you know about family, Us? Where's yours? Because I know that I can count on my family. I don't know. They're reaching, guy. They got nothing. It's a weird tag match. So this is what you got. This is what you got, man. I don't know. Did you guys like that promo? Did it have anything of substance for you? Family this, family that. We get it, Jay. Yeah, not a good promo at all. Lorenzo, no. How the fuck are you guys getting crowns, man? What the fuck is that? How do you get crowns? That's awesome. We got a lot of kings. I love it. I love it. Here in the States, I love seeing lots of kings. Pisses people off when you call someone a king. Kings. I love it. Kings and queens. My dad's better than your dad. I think it's for. Oh, is it for super chats? Oh, so when you do super, you get a crown when you do a super chat. That's badass. So supporters are kings. Yes, I've always said my supporters are fucking kings. Damn right. All right, so anyway, I don't know what else to say, guys. It was a weird first promo. I mean, Jey Uso, he didn't stutter for once, and he kept his words in check, and he felt like he was flowing. He was just so out of breath, and it had no substance. This is the first time where Paul Heyman, not first time, but he just had no direction. This whole thing is trash. It's a house show main event at best. And I wouldn't even show up to the house show to see that main event. Yeah, Robert, no doubt. The Usos are better when they're together. And you can have them both yeeting. I don't see the problem. The tag team division could use that. Right? The Usos come out and they can start yeeting. And now you have twice the fucking yeets. I know that I can take 10 or 15 minutes to go make a coffee, throw myself in the traffic, or pick up a bad habit. Come back after 15 minutes, the eating will be done, and hopefully we get some good tag team wrestling. Because the Usos are better together. Singly, they're just not that good. Jimmy's better than Jay. Oh, Prime Killer, that would be pretty badass. Rikishi and Rick Steiner coming out. I don't know if Scotty can do anything these days. But Scotty Steiner was the shit. Then we went into the first matchup of the night. This was AJ Styles and the Kabukis. Asuka and Kairi defeating Mysterio, Dominic, Roxy, and Raquel. Styles pins Dirty with a phenomenal. So I guess you're telling me right there that Dominic is obviously keeping his championship, correct? I mean, this was a straight, clean victory in a mixed six tag. So, JR9, let's do our rocket science, man. Dominic's keeping the title, correct? Franklin, yeah, right? I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, well, AJ Styles gets a mid-card title. What's that going to do? AJ Styles for years has had one of the best winning percentages in WWE. Last I checked, I haven't checked AJ Styles in maybe a year. But he didn't feel like he was winning all his matches because he was never involved in anything special. Just felt like he was going out there to have wrestling matches for the sake of having wrestling matches. So what are you going to do if you put a title on him? Because most of the champions that Hunter Hearst Helmsley gives those titles to, they weigh the wrestlers down. It's a detriment, not a benefit. They're booked even worse with a title. So I'm okay with Styles winning a championship. I still feel he's one of the best wrestlers on the planet. But do you have a plan for him? If you don't have a plan for AJ Styles, then just keep the title on Dominic as a heel and as Dominic and with the Judgment Day. There's more you can do with that title via storyline. Dominic never defended the IC. Yeah, it doesn't feel like Dominic even wrestles. Last night, I had to do a double take. But they never do. Champions never really defend, if you noticed, right? When New Day got their championships, I think they sat at catering. Everybody, nobody really defends. Or they go on these little streaks where they defend 3 or 4 times in a row for like 2 weeks. And then they're at catering for 2 months. Sheamus defeats Grayson Waller via bro kick pinfall. Post-match, Rusev attacks. Mike Cole says this is far from finished. To which BC said, yay. Rusev attacks Sheamus. And can somebody tell me what happened to Grayson Waller and Austin Theory? Where's Austin Theory? Did I miss them breaking up? Did I blink? Did I take a sip of coffee and I missed that breakup? Where's Austin Theory? And I'm being serious about that. I'm actually checking the live chat. Where's Austin Theory right now? Theory is injured, but they've split up. How did they split up? I honestly did not see this. And when did they split up? They keep saying Austin is injured. He's injured allegedly. So nobody knows when they split up. So they didn't necessarily split up. Is Grayson just acting like they're split up? I don't understand. Backstage last week, Theory just announced it on Raw. Are you fucking kidding me? And this is what everybody is saying Hunter Hearst Helmsley has creative genius? He's booking long-term? Are we really still going with that? I don't care. Even if an injury occurs, that's what you... A backstage mention. ASAP, you know it, man. This is your one-stop shop. Ain't nobody does it better. You know this. I got you, dude. We got to have the hard conversations nobody else wants to have. Ain't got the balls. No, we serious, BC Caden. Unreal, man. They just broke up backstage like nothing. All right, then. Well, there you go. And then Grayson's looking up at the lights. Anyway, Rusev attacks Sheamus, and Mike Cole says this is far from finished with Rusev and Sheamus. And I was literally like, yay. Awesome. More Rusev Sheamus matches. You just saw him for 20 minutes last week. Do you guys realize they didn't just have a match? They let him go for like 20 minutes. They've already had a bunch of matches years ago before Rusev turned into Miro in AEW. We've already saw that a bunch of times. Then he comes back, and we're doing it again a couple of more times. 20 minutes, so you already saw everything you need to see with these two. And last week put the crowd to sleep until the final couple minutes, and even then I don't think anybody actually stood up. So at that point, when do you say, you know what? Okay, we have nothing. We've milked this till the cow passed out. There's no more milk in the cow. You've milked it. What more would anybody need to see from Rusev and Sheamus? What more? That's it. It's everything. There's nothing, not even the wrestling. I'm starting to know their sequences before they do them. And then we had a really good Naomi backstage segment. Really good, man. Naomi, and I put this in my notes. This was with Jackie Redmond. She just keeps getting better and better and better. In her promos. We were talking about promos the other day. I forgot what it was for. Oh, yeah. Mercedes Moné. And people are like, Mercedes sucks on the microphone. Hey, BC, Mercedes sucks on the microphone. So who do you want on the microphone? You want to hear Steffi V talk on the microphone? Do you want to hear Io Sky? You want to hear Ivy Nile, Piper Niven? Who do you want to hear? Chelsea Green. Everybody look, it's Mrs. Robato. What do you want? Tony Storm, darling. I can stand her, actually. There's a couple. Fuck you mean? Nobody can fucking rock a microphone. Nobody can cut good promos. They're all going to fucking class. They're all sound like the same fucking asshole, fucking dumbass. Everybody's a fucking jabroni coming out of that fucking promo class down in NXT. So Naomi, man, all she needed to do was turn heel, and she has hit a different fucking octane. She has confidence that I don't think she even knew was there. Oh, 100 on the ups. I appreciate that, guy. I forgot to even mention that. Replay unit, if this goes to the replay as well, smash that if you don't mind. But Naomi, man, Naomi and Roman Reigns, two of the most valuable heel turns in recent memory. Right? Unit, who else would be in that class? Roman's heel turn a few years ago it was needed. And Naomi, I didn't know how needed it was, but this is amazing. It's more than John Cena's, guys. John Cena's was the bigger headline. But seeing how it's played out, John Cena's takes a back seat to fucking even Naomi and Roman's value. Who else in the recent couple of years, is up there with Roman and Naomi's heel turns? In terms of how good they've played out. Dominic? Well, Dominic kind of was natural, though. I don't know. Dominic's kind of natural. He kind of tapped into that younger audience first. The Liv Morgan thing kind of helped. I don't know. I never really thought that was just such a seamless heel turn. I always felt like Dominic would have been better as a heel anyway. I guess you could say that. I don't really think of Dominic as like this amazing heel turn. I just always looked at Dominic as a heel. You know, and that's because the thing with him and Ray, I think I was always anticipating that anyway, and then it was actually pulled off pretty decently. Mariah May's was good. Yeah, well, Mariah May showed everybody she's better as a heel. Bayley should have been, but Darkman, I'm saying of value, as in like after they turned heel, it was off to the races, and you saw a version that was just 80 billion% better than what they were. Bayley wasn't. Bayley should have been. We all had high hopes for Damage Control, but Hunter Hearst Helmsley didn't know how to book them or didn't care to. So now you see, look what Bayley is. Bayley went heel and face 4 more times before she hit this recent losing streak. So unfortunately, Bayley's heel turn, I can speak, more coffee. Bayley's heel turn did not generate or lead into anything of value, and that sucks. Because Damage Control at first, man, with Dakota Kai and Io Sky, I was like, this could be badass. So yeah, anyway, that's what I mean. Even you guys are really trying to stretch, like who? There's nobody. Naomi and Roman, man, they took these heel turns to another level. Caden, pretty much. Hour 2, Lyra Valkyria promo. Those shoes, man. Those shoes on Lyra, I don't even know what they're like sneakers, but they had like 4 or 5 inches on the bottom, so they were like platform sneakers. I've never seen anything like it. But she was walking in them and moving and beating Becky's ass with them. Short little skirt. Lyra, I don't know. Lyra is a fucking certified cutie. There's a different type of beauty in Lyra Valkyria, man. Helps that she's sexy AF. I don't know, man. She's cute, sexy. She's got all that going on. But I'll tell you what else she's got going on. She made it through NXT into the main roster very fast. So they see a lot in Lyra Valkyria, man. But she was out there and there was no substance. It was a rough promo, most of this. And she talked about how she's anticipating what Becky's going to do before she even does it. Becky's music hits. And Becky's music hits. And Becky's on the outside of the ring playing with a kendo stick. So it's supposed to be like a sneak attack, right? But instead, Lyra just turns around and does a missile kick through the ropes, takes out Becky. And why? Because when the camera turned over to Becky, Instead of jumping in the ring and attacking, Becky is just like looking at the kendo stick like Bronson Reed looks at a pair of Jordans. And she's like, oh, yeah, oh, what are you looking at? Get in the ring. Becky Lynch looked so stupid last night. She's playing with a kendo stick on the outside. Lyra just whoops her ass, and that's the segment. Missed opportunity. You should have had Becky Hogan last night. This woman has been going out there and saying fuck you to the fans that are calling her Becky Hogan. She's been going out in red and yellow. Hogan just passed away. Now you put it into high gear. You talked a big game. You started this whole thing. Now go out there in red and yellow. Have real American blasting as an Irish woman. That's nuclear heat, and that's a lot of fun. Instead, she's just out there in a white tank playing with a kendo stick, forgot why she was out there, and then Lyra whoops her ass. And then we go to Michael Cole going, next, everybody. Sami Zayn has an interview. What the fuck is happening? Becky and Lyra have been doing this for 4 months. What has escalated? What has elevated? What has progressed? Nothing. That's the problem. This isn't long-term storytelling. This is redundancy. Helmsley wants you to think, see, we're doing long-term booking here. What we're doing is we're doing a long-term booking, and the WWE Universe is going to love this long-term booking. I'm the king of creative. I don't know if you guys have heard that. I took it over. I'm basically Vince now. And what I'm doing is I'm just having Lyra and Becky going out there and doing what Lyra and Becky do, and I'm doing it for many months. And what fans are going to do is they're going to turn around and say, hey, that H, man, he's a long-term booker. He's telling those long-term stories. What are they doing? Every other week, they say words together, and every other week, right? You intertwined it. Every other week is a pro, and every other week is either a match or a brawl. There's no story. The fuck is the story? Yeah. Oh, JR9, no question. And I actually like Lyra. JR9, like you say, I got no interest in Lyra getting it back. Me neither, man. I like Lyra. I do. But there's no... Becky's the heel. Becky's got the title. There's zero reason to give this to Lyra. It's clear there's no plan. Keep it on fucking Becky. Where was he doing that, Bobby, in the chat? Was that backstage? Where was that? Because Drew McIntyre was having supposed issues with his visa. I think that's all bullshit, by the way. I think he'll be at SummerSlam. Where was he making fun of people that ain't going to the gym? Yeah, DB for life. I don't do the hate thing. I think, you know what I mean? I know what you're saying, though. But he's annoying. The ego is massive with Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I don't think people understand that. You know what I mean? And that's why people just go, oh, they just don't like Hunter Hearst Helmsley, so that's why they're saying that. No, you have 100 billion examples. And you're not going to believe later this afternoon on this channel when I review WWE Unreal Episode 1, because I've already seen the episode. You're not going to believe what Helmsley admitted. And if I'm CM Punk right now this morning, I am fucking livid. We'll talk all about it. It's right here on the channel later. Make sure you guys are subscribed and notified. There's a bell somewhere. Smash that. You'll know when that goes up. On Logan's podcast, he can't stand people that don't go to me. Because you're a pro wrestler, man. Look the part a little bit more. Show you give a shit a little bit. You're picking up other wrestlers. Their careers and lives are in your hands. At least show that you fucking give a fuck. If you don't work out for yourself, at least for your fellow bros and sisses. Go to the fucking gym. I honestly, I wouldn't want a chef at a steakhouse that doesn't eat meat. I wouldn't. I would not, because I don't feel like they fucking know the substance, man. It doesn't feel like it's the part. You know, you're fucking grilling up steaks. You don't even eat meat. The ego is massive. The ego is absolutely massive. Oh, possibly Reggie. I mean, he screwed him every other way. But even if Punk wins at SummerSlam, that title, Hunter Hearst Helmsley already won. He already screwed Punk over. We all know the story was Punk wants the main event. He's wanted it for his whole career. And there's no other babyface for the second night. It's CM Punk. It's obvious he wins the Rumble. And he's the one to take on Gunther, because Gunther already beat Jey Uso before the Rumble, Saturday night's main event. So what did Helmsley do? He decided, I'm going to put the rocket on tag team Jey Uso because of the yeets. And he had fucking Jey Uso get CM Punk's moment. And CM Punk fucking fondled around with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for no fucking reason. Well, what's the problem? You got your main event. That's not what CM Punk wanted, and you fucking know it. So now, when CM Punk wins the title at SummerSlam, Helmsley would have a smile, because it was not on the grandest stage of them all. It was on the littler, grander stage. It was on the second fiddle, biggest event of the year. Helmsley knows what he's fucking doing. He doesn't want CM Punk to have that fucking moment on the grandest stage. That is Petty Paul. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys since the fucking beginning of time, before dinosaurs roamed the fucking earth. Before dinosaurs roamed the earth, BC was popping up going, extra, extra, read all about it. Hunter Helmsley's gonna screw ya. Stephanie McMahon didn't get the fucking memo clearly. Oh, man, I tell you. So anyway, yeah, CM what even brought that up? I don't even know. Fucking John Burton. Before I keep going with this review, I want to give a shout out to John Burton. $5 super chat coffee. I appreciate that, man. Morning, BC. Have a coffee on me, brah. I appreciate the coffee, man. I will. Absolutely will. This is a Lavazza. Arriba la Lavazza. This is the best coffee, man. If you guys ever get a box of Lavazza, make sure you grab it. If you guys have a Paris baguette, they actually do Lavazza coffee, I believe. So, fine Italian. Salute. John Burton, I appreciate you, man. Now, do you have a crown, right? Isn't that what Jar9 said? If you do a super chat, don't you get a king's crown after your name in the chat? John Burton, if you're still up in here, say something in the chat, man. Say, fuck you, Helmsley. No, I'm playing. Don't say that. Don't say that. Tube won't like that. Tube won't like that. I'm pretty sure the Tube would, not allow that anyway, right? Don't they, like, shadow ban certain, like, words and shit? I'm on a delay, but, John Burton, say something. I want to see if you got a crown, man. I'm told that a super chat gets you a crown. This is a new thing. Did we gain a new king on the channel? What? Come on. Oh, John Burton doesn't get a crown. Jar9, what's up with that, man? He left the super. Is it maybe it's multiple? You don't need to send multiple, John Burton. I'm trying to figure out what these fucking crowns are, man. All right, well, I don't know. I'll learn eventually, but for everybody that's a king in the live chat, salute. Welcome to Kingdom. Then we went into Samuel Zayn. This was a sit-down interview with Jar9, who's got his king's crown. Hold on, $5 super chat coffee. Jar9 said episode 2 shows how they decided on Jay winning the Rumble over Cena and Punk in the writers' meeting. Won't spoil it, but it shows how bad their decision-making is. Oh, Jar9, I've seen them all. Yeah, I'm actually going to review them. I've seen the whole series, Jar9. Wait till you get to, was it 4 or 5? Wait till you really get into the fucking nuts and bolts of Helmsley's uber creative. You're not going to believe it, Jar9. I won't spoil that shit, but whoa. But my episode 1 review, you're going to, I'm telling you right now, man, you're going to see a lot of what I was saying with Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's going to come up later this afternoon, guys. Episode 1 of WWE Unreal. But Jar9, yeah. Nope. Yeah, I know. That episode starts off with Jason Uso and he's driving down the highway and he's like, wow, man. Like, I'm living that main event life. No. You can call yourself main event. That doesn't mean you are. Yeah, DB for life. There's a part where Triple H went after Tiffany Stratton over going off script on Charlotte. Yeah, we'll be talking all about it. Episode 1's review is coming up later this afternoon. Courtney Ward, 2-Spot Coffee. Their Theory was wrestling babyface on main event. Oh, so Theory is not injured. He was wrestling on main event, says Courtney. I appreciate the coffee and the info, Courtney. Good to see you up in here, Courtney. So Sami Zayn again was next. This was a sit-down interview with Corey Graves. Karrion Kross shows up with Scarlett Bordeaux, gives Corey Graves das Boot. So Karrion sits down, face-to-face with Sami. This was a good little back and forth, actually. Here's the issue, and it's a big issue. Karrion can't fucking lose. That's it. Karrion Kross can't fucking lose. This guy lost at Night of Champions like a fucking idiot when Michael Cole said 64 times that he can't lose. He's in full control. He has Sami Zayn fucking passed out, fucking dead for all intents and purposes. Sami hulks up. He turns into his Hulkamania powers, his fucking 11 Stranger Things, Expecto Petroleum Harry Potter shit. And Sami jumps up, delivers one haluva kick, and Karrion Kross is out for the next 61 seconds. Cut the shit. Absolutely not. Unacceptable. And that's what he did. He fucking lost. So now for the next month following, he's attacking him with a fucking pipe. And this is to get to what? Samuel Zayn beats him again at SummerSlam? Because I totally see Hunter Hearst Helmsley doing this. Because Helmsley cannot stand to have a diabolical heel. He can't stand it. That's why all of his top heels are shaking hands like Gunther shakes the hand of Cody and Randy and any other babyface. And he doesn't have any other fucking heels. Who else is there? There's nobody else. Judgment Day is just a faction of mid-carders. MFT, Solo and his MFTs is a faction of mid-carders. Who's the other fucking top heel other than Gunther? I'm actually drawing a blank, chat. Gunther? John Cena's part-time. I can't even... This guy's got like 3 or 4 matches for the rest of the year. I don't see John Cena doing... But full-time heels, who's the other top guy? Gunther and who? There is none. Yeah, Prime Killer. They're doing the same thing they just did with Jey Uso. Man, I'm tired of everybody telling me I can't win the title, man. I'm gonna be world champion one day. They just did that with Jason Uso. Remember the whole confidence thing? Man, I don't know, man. Everyone's saying I can't win it. And Jimmy's like, you're gonna do it, man. Rocky Balboa. They're doing it with Sammy. Everybody's saying, Sammy, you're not gonna... Who's... Nobody's saying that, because nobody gives a fuck about you, Sami Zayn. Much love and respect, man. You're a decent little mid-carder. No, you're not a fucking main event. I wouldn't want to see you in there with Hulk Hogan. I wouldn't want to see you in there with Randy Savage. Okay, the matches would probably be fucking decent, but my excitement level? Sami Zayn versus Stone Cold. Sam Zayn versus The Rock, I'm not seeing it, man. Maybe it's because he's not booked properly. Sam Zayn, bro. No, nobody's walking around going, wow, Sami Zayn's never going to be world. And nobody's saying that, because the only thing that we're saying is, wow, I wonder if Sam Zayn made his Home Depot fucking shift today. If you're 10 minutes late, where's Sam Zayn, man? He's supposed to be on forklift today. Karrion Kross has to win this. Enough. Are you telling me that this dude... But that's what Hunter Hearst Helmsley does. Karrion Kross has everything, all the ingredients to be a badass diabolical heel. And Helmsley cannot stand that. He wants... When you think of heels, he wants you to think of the cerebral assassin, the king of all the kings. So he doesn't want to make them. Gunther should have been one of the best heels already in this business. Should have already. Have you seen Gunther's booking? You guys remember him shaking Cody's hand, the babyface? You guys remember him shaking Randy Orton's hand? You guys remember Gunther tapping out to his own move in 8 seconds to Jason Uso on the grandest stage? You guys remember him picking on the commentators? That's his last year. Helmsley absolutely has shattered and botched Gunther's booking. To the point where you can't even you cheer, boo, you can't do anything. The only thing the crowd can go is, you tapped out, you tapped out. And then when they stop, and the ADHD kicks in even more, and they feel like they have to make more noise, they're like, what else do we say, guys? I don't know, we already did the you tapped out. Should we do it again? I don't know, let me ask Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad, should we do it again? Whatever you want, Troy. We're gonna go get more popcorn. Okay, Dad said we could do it. You tapped out. You tapped out. So you tapped out is what we're getting because, wow, he tapped out. Whoa, this is an exhilarating fucking character. He doesn't like it. So now you have Karrion Kross ready to pop off. And Karrion Kross is ready to pop off. But Helmsley just won't let him pop off. You can have all the fireworks in the world. You could go to the store and drop $10,000 on fireworks. If nobody's gonna fucking light those bitches, they're all a dud on site. Karrion Kross is a fucking firework, but Helmsley's gotta light the bitch up. Whatever. Night of Champions was a massive botch. Bayley's backstage, completely, woe is me. Bayley's like, you ever see fucking the movie Inside Out? It's like one of those fucking like weird little Disney movies where like it's in your control, but like your dome piece has a control panel. And everybody has like an anger inside them, a sadness, a joy, a fucking embarrassment. I don't even know. And there's a character named Sadness, and she's just like, woe is me. I woke up today. Oh well. It's like fucking Eeyore, but on fucking steroids. Bayley has 5 sadnesses, right? Her joy, her anger, everything got replaced. So she's got 5 sadnesses, and she's just like, I don't know, man. I was left off WrestleMania. I was left off SummerSlam. I've lost the last 44 matches of my last 100 matches. I've only won 56. I've lost 44. I'm just not good anymore. I have 2 bad legs. I've taken it back 6 steps. My best friend is in AEW. My group damage control is damaged. Hunter Hearst Helmsley is fucking stupid. And Jackie Redmond's just like, whoa, this is a fucking buzzkill. And then she just walks off. I wish I could tell you something else. That was the segment. I don't know. It's just supposed to be the beginning of something for Bayley? Because what can it lead to? What is she gonna? Come on, let's do it, Vince McMahon, bro. She's gotta turn heel. Is that what she's gonna do? She's gonna turn heel again? Did that work the first fucking time? Ding dong, hello, I have the answer. No, it didn't. Woe is me, Bayley. Okay. She's the best way to put this, because most of us like Bayley, right? Respect Bayley. We want to see the best for her. Most of us. But her attitude in this thing, whatever angle they're trying to do with this woe is me sadness character Bayley, what you would have to do now, or what you have to realize, is that that's how we're watching Bayley matches. Sadness. They're depressing to watch. There's no substance. She's slowed down. The matches aren't fun. So her woe is me promo is how we watch Bayley these days. Fix it, Helmsley. Stop doing the TV shows and everything. Look at what you're fucking doing. You have talents like fucking Bayley that need your attention. So fucking drop your ego at the door in Stamford, Connecticut, and do your fucking job. Io, Sky, Nikki, Bella, but you can't touch. Steffi V and Rhea Ripley defeat Naomi, Chelsea Green, and the Hervis. Steph pins Chelsea via SVB. You gotta love how they have to have Rhea in everything, right? Rhea always has to be a part of everything, man. They refuse to just have her fucking sit something out. She's got to be in triple threats, even though she shouldn't have even been at WrestleMania. She did not win the Rumble. She didn't win the Elimination Chamber. Why the fuck is she in a triple threat? Then she was just in another triple threat, or she's going to be, right? SummerSlam, something like that. And then she was taking on Io 16 times for the title. But did you guys see when Stephanie was going for the pin, they had Rhea right next to her. Now, the rules are she should be on the outside. But she was in the ring right next to the ref, like doing the count as if she was doing the pin. So this is Helmsley not knowing which way to go, wanting to push Steph and Rhea. So he's like, you flip a coin. Whoever wins the coin, you pin, and then the other one will just be right next to you like you're both pinning. So stupid. You couldn't have just had Rhea out the ring and just give the shine to Steffi. Was that moment really where Steph needed to share that with Rhea? Shows you how they feel about Io Sky. Look at how they fucking treat Io Sky, even when she had the championship. Like she was literally the third wheel. Io was just your champion. She could have been in that ring right next to Steph. Right? She could have been joining in that moment. No, Io, you're knocked out in the on the outside. That's how they write off Io. Io, you get knocked out. Rhea, make sure you're right there with Steph for the pin. Guys, think about it. That's how it works. That's how this works. This is thought out. They look at Io as expendable and just fucking status quo. A good hand. When this company makes a decision, that's it. They will not look at who the crowd is really. It's. Yeah. Do you realize how organic this is? A woman whose English is broken, so the promos are greatly hindered, and she got organically over for the third time somehow this year. Fans, it was like a rejuvenation. And Helmsley decided not to roll with it. Didn't even give a fuck to book her correctly. Judgment Day defeats... Judgment Day's Balor and McDonald's defeat LWO's Wild and Del Toro, I believe. Tag title match. Balor hits coup de grace for the pin. 2 Grande Americano Vanilla Macchiato lattes were involved in this match with a Dragon Lee. One of them, I believe, is Ludwig Kaiser, and I don't know. Chad Gable is still out on injury. Somebody was saying Petey Dunn in the chat, correct? Was it? Possibly. They got nothing for fucking Pete Dunn. Doesn't matter if you call him Butch, Pete, Doug, Kyle, Roy, Baxter, Dipshit, Dugenheimer, Fuckwad. Doesn't matter what you call this guy. He's got nothing. Nobody gives a fuck about him, so you might as well dress him up like a fucking vanilla latte. JR9 is confirming it is Pete Dunne. MK, yeah, a lot of you guys are confirming it is Pete Dunne. That's Pete Dunne, everybody. Remember when Pete Dunne could have been a real threat? Like, you guys remember Dragunov? Isla Dragunov? Remember how we were all excited to see Dragunov versus Walter one day? Gunther and yeah. Look at how are you going to forget Jey Uso tapping out Gunther in 8 seconds to his own move, and then a warrior like Dragunov is going to come in and be like, yeah, we're going to go to war. What war? Put him in his move for 8 seconds. He'll tap out and cry like a bitch. Might as well take his fucking shoes after that. BC rockin', brah. I only had 3 coffees. I am rocking in this one, man. I really did only have 3 coffees, believe it or not. How you doing? Anyway. You guys see a Happy Gilmore too, man? MJF. Oh, if there was somebody perfect for that part. All he's doing is being an absolute fucking jackass the whole movie. Mooning people and doing the fucking nudes to his brother. I mean, who better than MJF in that movie? I'm halfway through it. I didn't get to Becky Lynch yet. I think she's supposed to be in that movie. All right, where'd we leave off? So, yeah, the vanilla macchiato lattes are out there. Where are we going with this, guys? I don't even know. What are they doing with the lattes? Do we think we know what's going on with all of these espresso Americano lattes? These fucking macchiatos? JR9, what is supposed to be the direction of this? Even JR9 says, I got no idea. Listen, when I'm stumped, if I'm lost, I'm going to JR9 Gaming. Nobody has it. Nobody knows. I mean, we're just having random dudes run out there in masks that were once respectable wrestlers like Ludwig Kaiser, Chadathan Gable, Petey Dunne. I'm pretty sure if Daniel Bryan ever came back, he would be in a fucking mask called the fucking, the Fierce Frappuccino. The fucking Fierce Frappuccino. With his fucking tag team partner, Edge, now known as the fucking Killer Cappuccino. I don't know, bro. The Frappuccino and the Cappuccinos are headed to the ring. This is wild. It's pandemonium. Here come the Venties. It's the Venties. I swear it's the Venties. They've got the upper hand. Cappuccino to the top. Gotta amuse myself, man, because this show ain't gonna fucking do it. 2 Grande Americanos. There's nothing else in my notes. That's it. The Judgment Day is celebrating and we go to a commercial or some shit. I don't know. Yeah. Gunther and CM Punk was next. This was another in-ring back and forth. But this time at least Punk was amplified. He didn't just watch Gunther walk away like a fucking moron like last week. Yeah, for this one, Punk was amplified. He really... This was a long monologue. There was a lot of bullet points he had to hit, and he fucking hit it. This was old school CM Punk. I do like when he's a little less scripted. You could tell he was a little more... I mean, there was like bullet points in this, man, and he was hitting them. But I didn't mind his amplified delivery. They just have nothing. Gunther and Punk has nothing. There's nothing to this. They didn't know where they were going last week. Even that was so bad last week. Where Punk's message was, "I'm going to give everything to you, MetLife. I'll leave it in the ring." Okay. And then Gunther comes out and says, "You think you're the best? I think I'm the best. Let's find out who the best is at SummerSlam." And then he walks away, and Punk's like, "That's a good idea. It's a good idea, Gunther." That's how the segment ended last week. So they had no direction. This week, Punk all of a sudden he gets a set this week somehow. He grew a set, and he fucking, this time, he shouted at Gunther. Don't know where that was last week, but okay. And this time, Gunther watches Punk walk away. I just don't understand how this is creative to individuals, to fans. You know what I mean? Like, every week you should be progressing what's called a storyline. What happened is this is what constitutes as a storyline these days. But there's no story. The story, basically, is that he thinks he's the best. He thinks he's the best. They have to have a wrestling match to see who the best is, basically. Okay. All right. Well, then shit. I guess I should let it play out. But CM Punk does have to win this match, though. CM Punk has to become the champion of the fucking world this Saturday. I think that's Saturday, correct? It's got to be the main event, by the way. But knowing WWE, they'll put fucking Roman Reigns in that fucking stupid if they put that tag match in the main event, I don't know, but I tell you, I will fucking rant and rave like you've never seen. You cannot do that shit. This is the champ. You cannot screw Punk over like that. Punk is one of the most over dudes right now. Him and Cody Rhodes are your top baby faces. That's it. JR9, do we have confirmation on the main event Saturday? Have they officially made Gunther and Punk? Because until they do that, man, I don't trust fucking Helmsley. They better not put that fucking tag team match because it's a mid-card. It's Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Jason Yeterman. Roman Reigns is the only big main eventer. Oh, I hope so, JR9. Roman probably starts night one. That sounds much better. There is not a fucking way on the planet that you can do that to... You cannot do that to CM Punk, man. Caden, much love. Appreciate you. Tune in later, Caden, to the... we'll do the Unreal. We'll do the Unreal review, man. Episode 1. That'll be coming on the channel a little bit later, Caden. Appreciate you. Let me move on with this, man. So that was Gunther and Punk. It is what it is. Bottom line, Punk's got to win this thing. It's a consolation prize. He should have won this thing at WrestleMania, this exact match. Helmsley botched it. It led to nothing. The title is right back on Gunther. And Jey Uso is right back to being the side chick, which is his role. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people were supposed to be the dude. Some people supposed to be the side chick. Right? Some gals were supposed to be the beauty queen, and other gals were supposed to be doing their makeup. See the fucking hate that Sydney Sweeney girl is getting because she did a risky jeans commercial? Who the fuck cares? I don't even know who this Sweeney girl is. American Eagle, I think, is the average. She's beautiful. You know who's pissed off? All the fucking ugly people in the fucking world. Ugly people are pissed off that a beautiful girl got a job. Imagine that. Fucking idiots. Girls doing a fucking ad campaign. This can't be happening. This is so bad. This is so bad. Why is this happening? She shouldn't be in the commercial. There's other people that should be in it. Who? Who? Fucking ugly ass Ursula? Nobody wants to go into a Target and see fucking 600-pound ugly ass Ursula. Just because she has a bunch of fucking defects and she's fucking huge and she's fucking super ugly and see? We're all inclusive. Put a fucking beautiful person up there and let's fucking buy the product. Everybody shut up. Yeah, let's go. somewhere out there's a new subscriber that's gonna come across the channel and go, obviously amplified, this little wrestling channel, and they're gonna go, whoa, this dude's nuts. You clicked on the amplified channel. Sometimes it's exactly what it says. This isn't Denise Salcedo. Much respect. This isn't fucking Mr. Ups and Downs. Much respect. We getting fucking amplified, bruh. Come on. I'm not delivering ups and downs here, bro. I'm giving you the real motherfucking talk. Main event, Ederman. Oh, yeah, I love this. We talked about this last night, and we talked about this in the. I did a little live stream for my channel member. Well, I think it was for everybody while we did it. Then with the channel members, but this is how they advertise this. Ready for this? The main event: Ederman, Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. First of all, that's your main event. Yeah, that tells you how Monday Night Raw was. You ready for this? So they advertised it, and I quote. Jey Uso locks horns with Bronson Reed like he's a fucking elephant. Or a fucking rhinoceros. They lock horns. They lock horns in the fucking Safari Desert. So Ederman... Breaker interferes, so Ederman wins via DQW. Disqualification, collects the W. Roman Reigns then comes out. Gets their asses whooped. The faces get whooped. Braun Breaker was on another fucking level. This dude's got potential. I don't believe in Hunter Hearst Helmsley's booking or creative, but I believe in Braun Breaker. This dude, man, as a heel, I'm so glad they're not pushing him as a face. I could not stand if they were forcing that. But Braun Breaker, man, Braun Breaker is something to watch. I think he's going to be something massive, man. But Helmsley has the keys to fucking ruin that. And if he becomes too diabolical, if he becomes too much of a badass heel, he'll ruin it. But they got their asses whooped. And then Bronson Reed, man. Yeah, Dark Man. Yeah, much love over to Simon Miller. I wish he was a little bit more honest with his audience, but everybody has a shtick. But you can't go around saying, like, Raw's got, I give it 8 ups and 4 downs or whatever he says. I don't even know. Maybe he is calling it more honest these days. But I know years ago when I started this and he was one of the big dogs, I mean, the bullshit was real, man. And I understand that's what was going to get the clicks and the views. But what I base my channel on is what I need in the community, and that's honesty. Because without that, if you have more and more of the Simons who are just saying everything's good, or most, then Helmsley's not going to change anything. So that's my problem with a lot of people that are just doing it for the clicks and the views, and they're just going, everything is awesome. I mean, when you're coming out of a Raw, and you've seen how these Raws have been for years, and for years, somebody like Mr. Miller has been giving it way more ups than downs. Well, the shtick is obviously only geared for kids like the television show, because anybody over the age of fucking 15, 13 will tell you this shit sucks. Anyway, yes, much due respect. My issue with anybody is, are you being honest? Because that's what we need when it comes to professional wrestling. That's the only thing that's going to make people better in that company. And it starts with Hunter Hearst Helmsley. If we're telling him these shows are good when we know they're not, come on, man. Come on. It's a shame. I just wish more people were honest about what they're viewing. But yeah, that's GC. That's, you nailed it, man. You absolutely nailed it. And then it becomes an agenda or a narrative, unfortunately, in the community. But that's most of it, though. For pro wrestling, if you notice, it's mostly just, it's a lot of ass kissing. And I think a lot of people just genuinely don't want to be negative because it won't get views or clicks and all that. I get that. But it's not being honest. I mean, I don't know how you can watch a Raw and then actually like review it as if you do know what you're talking about. If you call yourself a real good, honorable reviewer who knows how to critique pro wrestling, how the fuck you're gonna watch these shows and then when the microphone and the camera goes live, you're gonna start talking about how good these shows are? How the fuck are you gonna honestly do that for yourself? These shows suck for years. And to have a grown man, a grown-ass fucking man, start talking about how good these shows are today? Come on, man. I could see if it's like a fucking kid, you know, and they just want, oh, little Billy, right? Oh, I just watched Raw. It was amazing. Oh, my God. I saw Damian Priest. I met him once. He gave me 6 autographs and a t-shirt. OMG. Anyway, he was in there with Jey Uso. I yeeted out of my pants for 6 fucking minutes. It was amazing, guys. I gave it 25 ups and I gave it 26 stars. Mom is saying cheese macaroni is ready. I have to end the review. Bye, everyone. But no, these are grown fucking men telling you that these shows are fucking good. And that's where BC comes in and goes, nah, fuck that shit. Welcome to the Amplified channel where you get the amplified truth. Like a fucking brick to the face. JR9 Gaming, absolutely correct. It's what I always say on this channel. If I was saying all of this and the ratings were through the roof, that's it. I wrap the channel up. Mic off, headphones off, channel done, because I lost touch with what most fans want. If the ratings are going this way and I'm fucking saying these shows suck for years, absolutely, I was wrong. Mr. Miller was correct, man. It is more ups than downs. Damn. But it's not. When we all cut the reviews, one person is always giving you the honesty. You guys know it's BC. It's tough. You don't get the subscriptions and the views and all that because we're being negative. Why are we so harsh? The wrestlers are busting their asses for our entertainment. Well, because we want to see the best possible product and the best possible booking for the talents. Otherwise, you wind up like Sonya Deville or Dolph Ziggler, the Braun Strowmans, and everybody else in between. R-Truth, Ron Killings, unless we all fucking revolt against it. We're standing up for the talents, not just what we should be getting. Instead, the guy at the top tells us to fuck off. That's his response when we're telling you your WrestleMania season sucked. Even his own diehard fans said WrestleMania season sucked. And he said to fuck off. What? The fuck you? We're trying to tell you to be better, bro. This is the one time more than any you put your ego aside. You don't tell your own fucking fans to fuck off. Yeah, and you guys are the best, man. Anyway, side rant. Anyway, Yetterman and Bronson, they locked horns. Roman came down. They got their asses whooped. Breaker is just something special. Bronson Reed is just concerned with getting Roman's shoes, and he takes off Roman's shoes. No joke. Takes off Bronson's fucking, or Roman's shoes, man, his Jordans. And you don't, dude, that is the ultimate, no, you fucking did not. You do not touch a fucking man's shoes. And when you take them off, when you steal a man, it is the ultimate disrespect. If you know, you know. Many of you guys may not even know that. You know, maybe you grew up in a much better neighborhood and you're just, you know, that's good. I ain't even player hating. But that's the ultimate no, you didn't. And they know that. They know that. And Bronson took his fucking shoes. I could not believe it. And then he turned into some weird fetish. He was like kissing the shoes and like hugging them. And I think he was like, I think I saw like a rose or something he gave the right shoe. I don't know. He was doing some weird foot fetish shit, but that was wild, man. And he holds up the shoes and Braun Breaker's looking by. So Breakers wants to whoop ass and Bronson just wanted the shoes. Oral B is in the middle with his fucking briefcase. And we fade to black and we go off the air. So that was Monday Night Raw. The only thing that I will remember from this show, no joke, the go-home show to SummerSlam 2025. And the only thing I will remember is Bronson taking Roman's Jordans. That's it. That's all I'm going to remember. So, I mean, the Lyra Becky thing, a fucking toddler could have booked that with a crayon and a coloring book. Guys, after 4 months of seeing Lyra and Becky, do you realize what they gave us last night? Lyra cuts another promo. Her worst one, by the way, in this whole 4 months. And then Becky is playing with a kendo, not even trying to get in the ring. She's like playing with a kendo stick, and Lyra's like, oh, I can just beat you up. That was a bad sneak attack. You weren't even looking at me. And Becky runs off. 4 months, and that's what we got. No joke, man. Gunther and Punk is should be one of your main events this weekend. What the fuck are they doing with Gunther and Punk? They totally decided not to do anything. They're like, for the next couple of weeks, we're just going to have you guys in the ring and just say some words to one another. You think you're the best. I'm the best. Let's find out who the best is. You guys know I'm right, man. What do you want me to do? Am I supposed to sit here and go, oh, 12 ups? Oh, man, Lyra and Beck. Well, did you see Becky? She was going to hit her with a kendo stick. I got to give that 4 ups. I would never do that to you guys. I would never lie to my audience. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not. I don't sugarcoat. I don't bullshit. Not going to do it. Nope, thank you. The shoes thing is all I'll remember, man. SummerSlam is around the corner, man. And like I said, nothing here happened. Maybe the second best thing was Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross's face-to-face. Something tells me Helmsley's going to screw over Kross here. Kross has to win this matchup. There's no other way. Let me make sure before I end this. Hold on. Make sure I got everybody too, man. My super chats, man. My coffees, man. Sam Byers again. Dave Mealy, Michael Anthony, JR9 Gaming, John Burton, Courtney Word, all the channel membership chats, man. You guys are absolutely. I try to give you guys so much channel member content. Maybe you've noticed. I try to get all my uploads out to my channel members first, even if it's an hour or two. But I really try to show my channel members, man, the utmost of sincere thank you. And by doing that through my content. So there's a bunch of content that is just for you guys, man, just for channel members. So I hope you guys are absolutely enjoying it, man. JR9, thank you, man. I try to do so much channel membership content, and you'll be getting a lot more. You'll be getting all uploads first. But all subscribers will be getting the majority of the content. Everybody is going to be getting the Unreal review. That's going to be up in a few hours right here on the channel. I have a lot to say. And Hunter Hearst Helmsley, man. Hunter Hearst Helmsley just did himself. If I'm CM Punk this morning, I am so fucking pissed off. You guys remember the story that broke last week? That Punk met with Vince and Helmsley. Did you guys hear what fucking Helmsley just said in this episode 1? Oh, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about fucking Rhea Ripley, Punk, that whole first episode of Unreal. That review is coming up in just a little bit. On your way out, smash that up, guys. Let's take that over to Bills Plus. And until next time, and there will be that next time, I assure you, BC and the unit, we're saying check you. Unit, salute. Thank you for joining me on this early Tuesday morning, man. Out of our original time slot, I know. Yeah. I love the crowds, man. That shit's wild. Thank you guys, man. Yeah, we don't get to do these often, so I appreciate it. Impromptu. I know most of you guys are going to catch this afterwards, but make sure you still smash the up, my replay unit. That's going to be thousands of you, so you best smash that up, even if you were not live. All right, I'm going to go swig a lot more coffee and get the Unreal review ready for you guys. Salute. Check you. Peace. Salud. Let's go.